This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
You should do an audiobook. I mean, you got a good one for it.
I think it would take me quite a while. I've done voiceover work before, yeah, and it's painstaking because they're like, "That was great. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again." I'd have to decide what kind of voice I'd use too.
You should use your
my voice
in the criminal justice system voice.
Oh,
did you see what TJ Oshie did over the weekend? Of course,
I will not have green eggs and ham.
Stupid question. You guys saw what TJ Oshie did over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm following his every coming and going.
Yeah, TJ Oshie from the Washington Capitals. He went to a wedding, and he used a candle holder as his glass. Like he just dumped out the contents of the candle holder to pour himself bigger drinks.
I feel like those are on sale at Anthropology right now for $60.
Look, even confirmed because it was like a hot theory because there were photos of TJ Oshie, but his wife took to Instagram and confirmed candle turned Captain and Coke, TJ Oshie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that Look at Me, Louie?
A little bit. Look how large that is.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Taking the picture. Yeah, that's definitely Look at Me, Louie.
Down.
Look at this, Louie.
Amin and Zach, did you ever see the video? I saw a video on NBA Reddit. I'm not sure if it was, I mean, it had to have been corroborated because who could fake their appearances?
Oshie.
Of Boban and Nikola Jokic in the club at the same time. That they went to this event together and Boban was absolutely going off in this club. I can't even imagine how crazy that night is at that particular establishment in Eastern Europe where the two of them are home and it's these two giant men in a club at the same time.
How much booze does it take to get Boban drunk?
Or Jokic?
No, Boban for sure.
Yeah.
It's his ears alone. Like a
to get those
vodka on
to
get those ears red was just
For doing a unit as either one beer or one cocktail, it's got to be at least into the 20s, right?
No, this is the line from Semi Pro. It's like, how do you like your martinis? Shaken in a carafe, right? Or whatever.
Shaken in a carafe.
Yeah, that's literally the only way you're getting Boban moving the needle for him. A beer, that's like if someone says, "Hey, can I have a sip of your drink?" For him, a beer, he's probably crushing that whole thing.
I was once in the Wolves locker room, and Nikola Pekovic was trying to tell Gorgie how much vodka they were going to drink. And he was basically saying, we're going to do a bottle each. And Roni Turioff was just like, what are you doing? This is...
These are not the metrics.
Yeah.
If Boban holds a bottle of vodka in his hand, does it look like a bottle of Coke that you would get at a...
No, I think it looks like the little mini travel bottles.
Really?
The cordials.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mike, was it Andre the Giant who would just down a 6-pack at a time?
Yeah, you would get him in cases. That's what it took for him. But
how big was he?
I mean, he was massive. He just wasn't tall. He wasn't as tall as he was billed because
he got smaller over time, right? That was in the Andre the Giant documentary. He got smaller over time.
Yeah, because his spine was giving way to his massive frame.
But he was legitimately 450 pounds and up.
Yeah.
I mean, he was...
Yeah, and that's true. They would just toss blankets over him when he'd pass out in hotel lobbies. I love the commitment. The commitment
they would,
to
because
it.
they couldn't move him. They couldn't wake him. They would just the staff would just put a blanket under.
Yeah, that's not disturbing at all for the guests that come in. There's a corpse in the lobby.
It looked like a piece of furniture by all accounts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out for Boban, who's taller but not as heavy, but way more active, higher metabolism.
Yeah.
Does that mean he can drink more or less than Andre the Giant?
Nobody can drink more than Andre the Giant.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can.
Can he drink as much or less than Andre the Giant?
You don't think in 20 years' time we'll have apocryphal stories about things that Boban can do?
I think Modern Drunkard magazine named Andre the greatest drunk.
Yeah, but when did they do that?
I don't know. Is there still a Modern Drunkard?
There's got to be. We have to keep taking inventory, don't we?
Amin's on the cover next month.
I'm the editor.
It does seem like Modern Drunkard is still publishing. They do have an active website. I just can't believe that. Like, you know what? That's an unfortunate thing. I guess the internet will solve this problem. But like these niches that were covered by magazines, like why would there be a Modern Drunkard magazine if not for the fact that there was a clientele for this?
What is Modern Drunkard?
It dates all the way back to the 20s, where like the name kind of hits you like, what are they going for? But it goes back to the modern 20s.
An old magazine?
Yeah, Modern Drunkard. Like that was a classy brand. The
latest Prohibition news in the Modern Drunkard.
Was there a Modern Chain Smoker magazine too?
I like the idea that it's a magazine that gives you better ways to get drunk. In 1923.
The butt funnel issue was just, they had no idea how big this is going to be.
Wait.
The game that's sweeping the nation, Flip Cup.
There's a tab on drunkard.com that is our rich history. And I wonder if this is just all a rib. Because it says it started as the genteel drunkard. And,
whoa!
And I kind of feel like this could all just be the work of a brilliant mastermind. That this thing just started in the 70s and was just hanging out of college. Yeah.
Grandpa.
Became Modern Wino. No, this is a rib.
Zach, you have a top 5 National League team names. This is based on our conversation from hour 1 about Welcome to Wrexham, the Welsh team that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney bought that is in the National League, which is the 5th tier of English professional football. Zach, top 5 National League team names.
OLI. Woking.
I'm sorry, who?
Woking. Like stay woke.
When you brought this up earlier, I thought you were talking about the National League in baseball. And it took me a second until like just now that the National League is, you're referring to the 5th tier of English football. There's some great names, by the way.
I was like
I'm excited for this list. Woking is excellent.
Number 5, Wrexham.
It's AFC Wrexham,
I like
right?
Wrexham.
AFC Wrexham?
It just says Wrexham on the table. How about me using table there correctly?
Table.
I'm swooning.
I wish I had my bell, or at least a kazoo.
Wrexham. I just met him.
Reckies.
Oh, I like that one. That never gets old to me. Number 4, Oldham Athletic.
It's
Subscribe to the Athletic.
Oldham is a great one.
It's Oldham.
No, Oldham's better.
It's spelled Oldham, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Like Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Number 3. Where to go? Number 3, Wealdstone. I just think it's cool to wield a stone, you know? It's not spelled wield like that, but it's close enough. Number 2, Dorking Wanderers.
What?
Dorking Wanderers.
Dorking.
Spelled exactly how you think it is. Middle of the table right now, too.
They're playing right now. What's happening?
Are they?
Yeah, they are. I just Googled them. I guess there's some National League games going on at the moment.
I've got 3 units on them.
They're playing the Boreham Wood.
Just tell me
the Boreham Wood.
Boreham.
The Boreham Wood.
Boreham.
Please.
Oldham.
Hey, can you just, while you got the score up, can you tell me if anyone scored in the first 15 minutes?
Yes.
Shit.
Alfie Rutherford.
Yeah, Alfie Rutherford for Dorking Wanderers. The Boreham Wood have come all the way back. They lead by 2-1 in the 68th minute.
Needed that one.
Mike's chasing. And number 1.
Is there a bank holiday in the UK? Why are they playing on a Monday afternoon?
Number 1, your 2021 World Series champions, Atlanta Braves.
The most predictable film noir ever.
Go
There
Braves.
is a summer bank holiday today, Woody.
Wait, can I say Braves anymore? I can't, can I?
You can say Braves.
Atlanta baseball
The
team.
Atlanta baseball team. Yeah.
Our both favorite and least favorite name of a team in the National League, Mike and I, we went to go see them play, is Dagenham and Redbridge.
Oh,
We absolutely hate this team.
That's the team that tied with Wrexham. The game they needed to
get automatic.
To get
automatic, yeah.
Yeah, they tied. So, what's it called? Dagenham and what?
Redbridge. We saw them in person. Right? They're partially owned by the former U.S. goalkeeper Tim Howard.
Can I give you my real number 1? I
Please.
just did the Braves thing as
Vinny?
a Braves fan. That's no, not Vinny. Boogie. Maidenhead United. Oh yeah.
I just met him.
Yo.
Yes. Yeah. Hit it.
Turn it around. Just stick with it, kids.
Was Sully Hall Moores in your OLI?
Sully Hall Murs.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of Stugotz's friends.
Chris Whittingham is a fancy lad.
I got a top 5 list, guys, for dumbest sayings.
Hit us.
OLI number 1, calling something scary that's not actually scary.
OLI, I submit to you.
Wait, when is that used? I mean,
scary hours.
Well,
scary.
Scary.
When Kyrie gets on the Lakers with LeBron and AD, it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary.
You're talking about the Pro Football Reference, Bleacher Report, lineup graphic,
like sports.
Yes.
BR Gridiron.
Yeah,
whenever someone makes a big trade in the NFL, you can guarantee this receiving group is gonna be scary.
Yeah, I remember when they did that when Kenny Britt went to the Browns. The Browns are going. Who's going to stop these guys? Kenny Britt, actually.
OLI number 2, calling anything the greatest or the worst when it's neither. So I'm not talking about saying Serena Williams is the greatest athlete ever. Like that, okay. I'm talking about like when people say like things like, oh, this was the greatest pizza ever. No, it wasn't.
You don't know that.
No.
I saw 2 of the 2 greatest Aubrey Plaza movies last night.
Oh, she's having a moment. Which ones did you see?
Hull and Oates.
Billy Gill.
I've known you for 10 years. You never once mentioned Allison.
Unironically. Number 5.
You're out of touch.
Like my radio
You're
career.
out of touch. You're out of
like
power.
Jessica's radio career. Number 5.
Jeremy Ford.
Calling anything brutal.
Oh, I like calling things brutal.
Brutal.
No. Oh,
You think
someone
it's
gets hurt.
overused?
Brutal.
Anthony Davis, sprained ankle. Brutal. Danilo Gallinari, torn meniscus. Brutal. Get out of here.
This segment.
Stupid. Brutal.
Well, maybe.
Number 4. It is what it is.
I agree with you. I hate that one. That's my
Doesn't mean
number
anything.
1.
How is this
It doesn't
only?
mean
How
anything.
is this only number 4? Feels like we've done 7 of these.
Tune in to
top
find
3.
out. Yeah,
It is what it
The
is.
tease.
Is something you say when you want to no longer have a conversation, but do not want to acknowledge any opinion about said conversation. I say it all the time. It's a verbal crutch, and it means nothing.
Number 3. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we're another day older.
Nobody talks about the beginning of the day. That's what I want to know. At the beginning of the day, what's happening?
Stugotz used to do that all the time when he first started, and now he's just replaced that with listen.
Does
I
everyone
like listen better.
Yeah.
Does everyone need a verbal tick? Like, could you get through life without having a verbal tick?
No. You need one.
Is Bob Costas the only person in the world who doesn't have a verbal tick?
Oh, he's got it.
Why do you say that he doesn't have one? Have you listened to every Bob
Dennis Miller.
Costas thing?
I have
that?
actually I've studied his broadcasting a fair amount.
And he doesn't have a single one?
Not one.
Verbal ticks can sometimes be a good thing. For
He's a
example,
compiler.
Jeff Goldblum.
His whole career is built on verbal ticks.
My whole career is built on verbal ticks. Sometimes you can spin
It's
it to
taken a
win.
meteoric rise in recent times with his verbal ticks. Oh yes.
Gilbert
of course,
Gottfried
yes.
didn't have verbal ticks.
This segment's making me uncomfortable now.
Just sinking into the floor.
Can you fart again, Jared? There's too much awing
my
back
bad.
here.
Wait,
Don't try too hard.
Now I want a fantasy book having sex with Jeff Goldblum.
Number 2. I will say this.
I mean, not to throw stones. You say first of all a lot.
He also says, I submit to you, which is the same as I will say this.
No.
Yes, you start almost everything with
There's a big difference.
I submit to
First
you.
of all,
Put it on the poll. Has Charles Barkley ever gotten to second of all?
First of all, I do first of all a lot. Second of all, dicks. When I go, I submit to you, I'm doing it on purpose. And number 1, dumbest phrase or saying? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? That's number one.
How did to each their own not make this list?
Or agree to disagree.
No, it's not. To each their own is not used enough. It's not common enough.
Are you kidding me?
To each their own? I don't hear it a lot. Agree to disagree, Jess, is to me is just a conversation ender. It's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
It's like it is what it is.
No, it is what it is people don't know what else to say.
Tony does one of these. He does, that's crazy. That's his way of acknowledging he's not listening.
No, that's the thank you.
Yes, I do that too, Tony.
To me, that's like, wow, this conversation's going a little bit too long. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Wow.
I do it. That's brutal sometimes. In lieu of that's crazy to end a convo.
Damn, if I ever see a long text, they're like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm sorry in advance if I say, damn, that's crazy to you, or wow, that's crazy. I mean, I'm not listening.
Now it's also like, if I see a super long text, I'm just like, take all the time you need. Even if like I don't know the background, like you just take all the time you need.
Noted.
That's crazy.
I hate when someone says, oh, that's funny, instead of laughing.
Oh, yeah.
That really bothers me.
Yeah,
it's a giveaway.
Don't patronize me.
That's a witty special.
Wait. Really?
Yeah, Woody does that to me a lot. He's like, that's funny. I'm like,
that's clever.
I just think that's because his robot upgrade doesn't know how to laugh yet.
Oh, it doesn't have that feature?
Yeah, we need one more software update.
Very disturbing. It comes out,
Are you single? Hi, everybody.
Hey, Norm.
I've noticed that all my yawns are Harry Carey, so like when I catch myself in the middle of it, I'll end it with I'm like,
Mike, what if you had the erotic fantasy book of Jeff Goldblum having sex, but in the middle of it, it's just there's a Harry Carey, just a.
You want to do a 3-way? Harry Carey, Jeff Goldblum, and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know why, Zach, you tiptoed around that. Like, you should have just gone for it.
Yes, of course. Well.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Think you may have found it. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, this is going well.
Yeah, room for one more.
Very well.
Hi, everybody.
I love the polite Arnold, like, room for one more.
Dan Le Batard. And finally, Fruit Loops are all the same flavor, just different colors. I refuse to believe that.
Is that right?
I refuse to believe it. I mean, try the grapefruit loop and tell me that doesn't taste different than the cherry one, because it does. I love Fruit Loops. Stugotz.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show. Did you know that all of Fruit Loops were the same flavor, just different colors?
Refuse to believe it.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
We're presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Dan for a special offer when you sign up. That's code Dan, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
That was brutal.
Are you kidding me?
So I was watching this Aubrey Plaza movie last night, and she's having a moment right now. Well, there's two. I saw one in the theaters and one via streaming.
Chris Cody, Billy Gill?
Well, Allison always compared Aubrey Plaza to Billy Gill. There's always something that she said. I was trying to steal it for myself, but thanks for putting it out there, Mike.
Never when you did karaoke have you done this.
You're a Hall & Oates fan? I would have thought more of the Roots.
It is what it is.
Do you guys think we could do this from the top accurately as it was the first time it was done?
Not without Chris Cody.
It's going to be tough, yeah.
In the role of Chris Cody.
All right, let me grab him back in. We gotta. No, just talking it out. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah. Wait, Tony, are we rolling? Yeah, we're rolling. Are we rolling audio?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, go ahead.
I saw 2 Aubrey Plaza movies last night. One in the theater, and one when I got home.
Oh, she's having a moment right now.
Was she playing Aubrey Plaza in it?
No, she wasn't. Not in either.
What movies were they?
I saw Emily the Criminal in the theater, and then got home and saw Ingrid Goes West.
That was a good movie. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there about social media.
You know, Aubrey Plaza reminds me of Billy a little bit.
Allison always used to say that.
I was just trying to pawn that off as my own take, so thanks for calling me out on that, Mike.
I mean, are you wearing a Hall & Oates shirt?
I am. I love Hall & Oates.
I would have guessed the Roots.
I've known you for 10 years. You have never once mentioned Hall & Oates.
What are you talking about? I sing it all the time.
You've never sung it at karaoke.
I did Out of Touch.
Out of Touch, more like your radio career.
No black friends.
Brutal.
Sorry for farting.
I knew it.
You know it. You can hear it.
You did. It's
not the chair. It's not the chair.
You couldn't recreate the noise. That's how we knew. You couldn't recreate the noise.
You farted.
This kangaroo court is in session.
Fart bear.
Jeremy Gassé.
Did y'all see the tweet that Juju put up for that?
Yes.
It's a picture of
Fantastic.
Jessica
What a
with
fantastic.
the cowboy hat on.
That's the
What's
sheriff.
the story behind that picture?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Tony,
What's the
Lewis,
story
and I
behind
There's no
walked
story.
around
That's a normal.
Austin
That's a totally normal picture.
before South by Southwest and tried on Stetson hats and all put on cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
Wrexham, I just met him.
Hubba. Recties.
Maidenhead United.
Woking.
Dorking Wanderers.
Down 2-1.
Got 3 units on them.
I got table right.
What's Tom Brady doing with his hair?
What's that middle part?
What is he doing?
That middle part is so weird. You typically see that when it's got longer hair.
No, but
When
it's
you have
really
the short
popular
hair.
on TikTok right now.
Wait.
The kids love the middle part.
He's transforming into my grandma Juana.
Is it like Wolverine?
Yeah, it kind of looks like Wolverine right now.
You know,
Zach, you should try the middle part. Yeah. You got to get a comb,
Go get a comb.
hard edge down the middle.
I don't have a brush.
do you have a comb?
I do have a comb.
Go
Nope,
wet
that'll
the
work.
comb.
Guys, liquid collagen. Let me tell you about this stuff.
I've heard
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Out of here. You got to use it more than a day.
I spoke to a dietitian last night. Said it doesn't
What do
work.
they know? Wikipedia is not trustworthy.
No, Tom Cruise told Oprah that that Dustin Hoffman totally ad-libbed that fart, and then they put it in the movie. That's why it's my number one. I switched it with Step Brothers.
What was the rest of that list?
Hold on.
Agel Miyoshi.
It is what it
Donaghy.
is.
What's Cinephobe?
I'm so glad you asked that, Jessica. Cinephobe's the podcast where Miguel Hass and I watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, and we try to ascertain are they properly poorly rated or maybe they didn't get a fair shake. That's Cinephobe. It's produced by Anthony Mays wherever you get your podcast. We're in Denzel month. We just did Man on Fire with Juju Gotti.
Hi,
yeah.
everybody. Chidi Ohana.
I want to point out something real quick here.
Hold on.
Zach has been on my ass for months.
Let's
That I
correct
don't
this.
mention-
Let's correct this. Nope. No. Let's
What?
correct this.
What?
You got this
What?
wrong on the post-game show
Wrexham,
last
you
week.
just met him.
I didn't say you don't promote the podcast. The thing is
Yes, you do.
no. You don't ask for reviews. We need to pander for reviews. I have made a bold claim that if we don't get to 5,000 reviews on Apple Podcasts by the end of the year, the podcast is over. We're ending it. Now, I don't really have the authority to do that, but we need to threaten it to get the reviews in.
And Zach says, I mean, you're on all the time and you never mention it. And
No, you never asked for reviews. That's what I've said.
well, you never asked for reviews either. If I hadn't prompted you right there, you wouldn't have asked for it.
Hey, listener, we would love it if on your old Apple Podcast app, you went in
Spotify.
Just put both really. Just go throw a 5-star review in there. Don't care what you say. You can insult us.
So Zach,
Suggest a movie.
if you wrap the show because you don't get enough reviews, would the Turk come and take your playbook?
Yeah, takes my DVD collection, which is just 2 copies of Gallowalkers and 2 copies of Theodore Rex at this point.
What?
The turd.
Theodore Wrexham.
Is that Juju Sari Carey?
Oh my God. Move over, Daniel Radcliffe.
Best limited fake.
By the way, you guys are top 50 in the TV and film category on Apple Podcasts. So these reviews are
consistently.
massively important.
Massively important, yeah.
Consistently top 50. But who's counting? Am I right?
Dan Le Batard.
Fans cheer that type of stuff. Tom Brady went down with an Achilles the only time he got hurt in his entire career, and I was fist pumping in my living room at home because the Jets finally had a chance to win a division. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for that.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for that. Is one of the most amazing sentences you've ever uttered.
Stugotz.
From the maker of Trust Me, Don't Trust Me comes, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to apologize. You are amazing.
Thank you. I know.
You are a flabbergasting delight. You happen upon genius comedy by accident.
That's my gift.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Jared Bear says this is our fly episode. We're doing a bottle episode of the Le Batard Show right now.
What does that mean?
We're keeping it. Well, a bottle episode is an episode of a TV show where they don't use one set and it's low budget, and they do it so that the rest of the season fits within the budget, and they kind of film everything within the same small. It's called a bottle episode because it's the entire episode's taking place in the bottle. You're not leaving
in a bottle,
right? So
got it.
they're not using other sets or other actors. So there's an episode of Breaking Bad that was very controversial because they filmed the entire thing in this meth super lab, and it was just the two characters talking the whole time.
I liked it.
I liked
don't know
it
what Roy's
too.
problem is with it.
Roy hated it. It was controversial. People outside of some people didn't like it.
Guys, I have a question.
It's limited.
How do people build boats in bottles? Is that a scam? Are we being fooled? Is there an open end on the other side and you push the boat in? How do you build it with little tiny things? I don't get it.
Details. There's a lot of details in those boats and bottles.
And little
little
the
sails
plank
and
the
everything,
sail
yeah.
and the ropes that you can climb up to. The thing.
So
Crow's nest.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say carajo, which is in Spanish. That's what it's called, but I couldn't think of the English word for it.
So I feel like I'm right on the edge of that algorithm for TikTok because I'm big into reveal this magic trick TikTok right now, and
that
you
sounds
learn
exciting.
a lot.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You learn a
Wait,
lot.
Zach, follow me on TikTok so we can send each other TikToks.
All right, I'm on it.
That's how I consume TikTok.
So hold on, you're on the edge of boats and bottles?
I feel like that's next. That's got to be the next step, right? I went from chiropractor to reveal this magic trick to it's got to be just how do you build a ship inside a bottle?
So nobody has the answer. I mean, you look like a man with answers.
No.
I don't know how ships are built inside bottles other than maybe very carefully. But I did Google bottle episode. Why is it called a bottle episode? And it says the term bottle show was coined by Leslie Stevens, creator and executive producer of the 1960s TV series The Outer Limits, for an episode made in very little time at very little cost. Quote, as in pulling an episode right out of a bottle like a genie. That's not what I would have guessed.
No.
You got to rub it the right way.
I think my explanation of bottle is better.
Hubble.
Always Sunny had one. Remember they were on a ship
In the cruise ship, yeah. They get sent to prison in the cruise ship.
Gang goes to hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's the infamous God damn it, Dutch! What
yeah.
other errands you have us running for the DA?
The CCH founder.
We were talking earlier about how I'm easing my way into football season. And this was the observation that for me really stuck out as I am really easing my way into football season because I didn't know that this was even a remote possibility. Did you guys know that the opening day starter for the Seattle Seahawks is going to be Geno Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pete Carroll was like, hey, we got two great quarterbacks.
I hadn't a clue about that. I hadn't a clue.
They just named it last week.
I know. I knew that happened yesterday.
Competition. The competition for the starting job. I mean, it was neck and neck.
Yeah, and Drew Lock had COVID, I think, before preseason week 2, so he missed that game and his chance to make a big impression. But I cannot believe that an NFL team in 2022 is entering the year with Geno Smith as their quarterback.
Scorching hot take. We'll see Drew Lock this season.
Yeah. Of course. We'll see a third a third quarterback. We'll see them be linked with every Jimmy Garoppolo's going to get waived. He might go there. I just can't fathom. I can't fathom that an NFL team decided after 8 months of being able to plan for a draft, for free agency, for quarterbacks coming available via trade. They're like, you know what we're going to do? Geno Smith. That our fans who have come to expect a good team for a decade and a half are going to be okay with Geno Smith, who is terrible for the Jets and has bounced around for a million other teams. How is this possible?
Rebuilding
I'm rooting for him now. I want him to come out and have the crazy Nick Foles type season. Just throw that thing out, air it out all over the field.
It's a tough hiccup there.
Which part?
That's crazy.
I submit to you 4,000 yards for Geno Smith.
Impossible.
30
Impossible.
30 tutties, 11 INTs.
If
How
it
about
comes-
that?
I will sit.
Has he thrown 30 touchdowns in his career?
There's no way.
About to happen.
Total, yes.
If,
It's all about opportunity,
if
guys.
that exact stat line happens, I will sit and do this show in my underpants.
Hell yeah.
There is no way. Clip that. Career 34 touchdowns, 37 interceptions.
Juju, get on that.
Completion percentage 58.8%.
You should have
It's
to
better-
do
better than
the
half.
episode from your bathtub.
34 career
Sure,
touchdowns.
why not? I'll do a show. I'll do a show from my
37
bathtub
interceptions.
if Geno Smith does this.
Treat yourself, King.
All right, let me write that down.
With the bath
4K.
4,000. What'd you say? 32 touchdowns,
No,
11
30
interceptions.
30 and 11.
30 and 11.
Yeah,
30
and 11.
touchdowns, 11.
I will
11
do the
INTs,
show. I mean,
it's
30
attainable.
tutties.
I will do the show from my bathtub if this happens.
No, that's not. Hold on. No,
I
no,
will
no, no,
also
no.
do the
No, no.
show from Woody's bathtub
Yeah.
if that happens.
Like I feel like you just took advantage of a loophole that Jessica
Lewis,
came up with.
too.
3
He's got to
seconds
do
ago.
both. He's got to do both.
Lewis, Mike, and Woody all from Woody's bathtub.
Be a lot of water displacement.
We got to be careful with the microphones. That could be tragic.
No
Yeah.
one said anything about water.
I,
sit in the bathtub.
You could just sit in the bathtub clothed. You guys kind of made it like a bath.
It can be kind of like a bobsled team, right? You can all sit
That's
like
where they
in
practice.
succession, yeah.
So you need like a boom mic situation, right? That kind of
Yeah.
just swivels
Or
back and
lav.
forth. Yeah.
No,
lav.
Lav has the exact opposite effect.
No, no,
Lav
but
is
you-
for one person.
No, you can attach
Laboratory.
Oh,
Oh shit. Sorry, Jess.
that was crazy.
It to it. Yeah, it is.
I think this is a good show.
We work in audio. How do you not know how a lav works?
No, because I was doing a thing of like you could pitch it to your nipples because you guys were gonna have no shirts on.
that's
what
true.
I was doing, but nobody.
One
caught
on
it.
each.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Stereo sound.
like a double. Yeah, like a
yeah,
double.
surround sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What if we find out that Woody's got a third nipple?
I mean, buddy, we got 3
The
laughs.
third mic.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Woody, take off your shirt.
Yeah, take it off.
Chris, we've done this before, but show me your belly button.
I'm good.
Show me your belly button.
It's amazing. That's the line. The belly button's the line.
All notes.
I would have figured the roots.
Aubrey Plaza.
Having a moment.
Oates and Hall.
Allison said
Allison.
Like your radio career.
that. Chidi Ahanatu.
Wrexham.
I just met him.
This is a bad episode.
Oh no, this is so good.
This is a really
This
bad. This is the
Reddit
worst one
is
we've ever
gonna
done.
love it.
No,
the
we-
Reddit's gonna
This
love
is
it.
the worst episode we've ever done.
back?
Tomorrow. He's back.
Tomorrow, the math will change on this podcast.
Yeah. Dan was going to be
Across
off for
decades.
another week, but he's coming in tomorrow now.
He's coming for our mics.
Dan's gonna eat at this trough. You know what that means.
Does every episode have to be award-winning 5-star comedic gold? Can't we take a little vacation mentally sometimes
First
while we
of
do the
all-
show?
At the end of the
I
day, it is
submit
what it
to
is.
you that this has been a very funny episode.
Yeah, for us at least.
Only the best realist fans from day one will find this funny.
I have many leather-bound books.
Tell me you're a real fan without telling me you're a real fan.
Exactly.
Are we doing internet fatwa now? Oh my God. Let me get that new top 5 out.
Top 5 internet fatwa.
That's it. That's the list.
Well, that would have to be number 1.
Yes!
Period. Spelled out.
Keep that same energy.
A lot of that this weekend on NFL Twitter.
Who will stop these guys?
Scary hours. I'm him.
Mid.
This is a new one, folks. God did.
Have you guys noticed all of Schefter's replies now are just W's or L's?
Sorry, I jumped the gun on that one.
Well, internet from 3 years ago, my wife left me.
Yes, it's the new my wife left me in all the rap sheet and Shefty tweets.
You drop this, King.
Grand Rising.
Aubrey Plaza.
Out of touch.
Hall & Oates.
Allison?
Reminds me of Billy.
Hi, everybody. Oh, watch out now.
Wrexham, I just met him.
Dorking Wanderers.
Algal Miyoshi.
Are you kidding me?
Chidi Ahanatu.
Boreham Wood leading Dorking Wanderers 3-1.
Tell me no one scored in the first 15 minutes.
No, Alfie Rutherford did.
Without telling me no one scored in the first 15 minutes.
Not us running this into the ground.
Brutal.
First of all,
Has Charles Barkley ever gotten a second of all?
Oh my God! How could I forget? It's giving. It's giving. Running it into the ground vibes. Say less.
That's how you feel?
Bottle episode.
welcome to Cinephobe.
What's Cinephobe?
Liquid collagen.
Podcast.
Doesn't work if you drink it.
Modern drunkard.
Genteel drunkard.
Modern drinker.
Okay, we have to stop.
My hair.
I don't think I can stop.
Stop D's.
What?
I think we're trapped in an endless time loop.
Bofa.
Maybe you have ligma.
Mind Goblin.